Hello, I'm here to do the readings for the earth signs, and this will be for the lovely sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. We're going to use the Tarot de la Nuit for your reading today, if you wonder what deck it is. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you on board. If you press the subscribe button underneath and press the bell so that you get reminders of when I go live. I do go live today, Wednesdays at midday Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in joining us, please come over. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, as I always say, check out your natal chart, Google it. Put in all the details of your birth and you'll have a much rounded vision of who you are. Pull up a report, get a free report, read up on what signs were in your birth chart when you were born. It really is so interesting to read about yourself and what was intended for you then and what you've perhaps changed on your journey, if you're interested in doing that. If the reading does resonate, I do ask that you give it a thumbs up. It is a karmic return, and I'd say thank you to you straight off, because I feel sometimes it's nice to have the recognition and it's also good to grow the channel. So thank you. All right, let's see what's going on in Virgo's world. Nice. These are really lovely cards to shuffle, but they've sort of worn very quickly. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords coming through. I feel like sometimes the Seven of Swords doesn't always get the best rap, because it is a card that sort of shows someone trying to get away with something. So it's sort of, a lot of tarot card readers call it the sneaky card. It doesn't always mean that somebody is doing bad to somebody else. It can, absolutely. But sometimes it can mean you're doing things to strategize or to move in a new direction, and maybe you're having to do that in a way that maybe comes across as sneaky, but it's the only way you can do it. And I always say, I see this, you know, when people are trying to escape from really sour relationships. For me, it often comes up when somebody's ghosted someone or someone's been ghosted, because for me the swords represent everything intellectual, thinking, words, communication. And you see a person walking away with 7 swords or 5 swords. I think they leave 2 behind. But what it sort of says to me is that somebody's trying to get away without explanation. It can mean the stealing of a property, intellectual property, somebody taking something from you, especially at work, where somebody takes gratitude, or somebody leaves a workplace and takes stuff that doesn't belong to them. All of those things can come through with the Seven of Swords. So whatever this is here, and also keep in mind that this can be you treating yourself this way. It is a card for me of self-sabotage, doing the wrong thing by yourself, trying to escape something because you fear it might hurt you. Those swords are sharp. So it's sort of, you may be trying to get away with something, you may be almost doing that to yourself. So 7 of Swords energy, 10 of Swords, end of self-sabotage. All right, beautiful. The 10 of Swords, you can see, I feel like here, the 7 to the 10 is 3. So what that says to me is there's some pain in your life that you have tried to either escape from, or you may have had a lot of pain in your life that you're leaving behind now with this 10 of Swords. The 7 tells me that perhaps you've been a person who self-sabotages. Perhaps you've been a person who's always been a little bit of your own worst enemy. For example, you could have always believed you weren't capable of doing something. So therefore you have never tried it because you feel you're going to fail anyway. And that's the sort of energy that comes through with the 7 of Swords. But the 10 of Swords tells me that something, oh my goodness, 3 of Swords. I love it. The 10 of Swords tells me that something is completing here. And the 10 of Swords is always about that completing some sort of negative cycle. It could be that you're completing a relationship that really isn't very good for you. You could be completing a pattern that you have been going round and round on, but you are definitely completing something here. And when I see the 3 of Swords after mentioning it, I feel like here it is definitely about you understanding that you've been creating pain for yourself rather than pain from someone else. So you may have been avoiding something for a really long time. So for example, maybe you've stayed in the same job for years, not really thinking that you could do something else. And you keep explaining, when people say, why are you there if you're so unhappy? You'll say, well, you know, it's good money, or, you know, it's what I know, or whatever else. But when I see these cards, I feel like here that you are completing some sort of cycle that says to me, you are letting this pain go. There is a brand new start here with the Ace of Wands. This is new beginnings here. You are moving into a brand new time, and look at the happiness that waits for you. So something has been it's held you back for a really long time here. Now, it could have been somebody else that ghosted you and broke your heart, especially with that Three of Swords. But whatever it is, you're completing it. You're done. You've done the pain. You've suffered for a really long time. You know, you may have really beaten yourself up thinking that it was something that you'd done or said or communicated. But whatever this is, you are definitely here leaving it behind. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through. The Knight of Pentacles is okay, so if this is a job we're talking about, you've got a new job offer on the way. If it's a relationship, somebody is coming in to ask you to have a relationship with them. Whatever it is here, this communication here is coming as action. It is coming in here as somebody who is following through with something. And I feel like it's sort of, whatever this is, it's what's helping you to close out this cycle. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. There's a truth coming here from a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This could be you. And we have the Angel of the Night card coming through here. This one here is the extra one in the deck, and it's really open to our own interpretation, and I love that because I can go for it with this card and tell you what I feel like this means. There is somebody coming in here to offer you something long term, and I feel like this person may have walked away from you in the past. I feel like whoever this person is here has reviewed something, because they're starting to realize here that there's something more going on than what they saw in the first place. So this is somebody revisiting here for another go around. Now, when I see the King of Pentacles, I think this might not just be a boyfriend-girlfriend situation here. This person could have been a long-term partner that walked away from you, because the King of Pentacles for me can sometimes signify husband, long-term partner. But whatever this is here, this person has seen you as something very beautiful and something very special here. But I feel like here that maybe you had some sort of, because I always say if someone walks away from you, that's their choice. But maybe in doing this, you have cracked yourself open and looked at who you are, because I see you here growing, and I see some energy of you changing something about yourself. And I'm not talking about in a physical sense. You may have realized in this situation that you held back a lot. Maybe you didn't trust it. But I feel like now you're really willing to put your heart on the line here. And I feel like whoever this person is that's coming in here sees that you are ready now to offer them what they want. All right, so we have the Justice card, beautiful energy. Seven of Pentacles coming through, and the Eight of Pentacles. You're definitely ready to work on this. Now, if this is a job for you, or a situation where you have clung on to something for a really long time, I feel like change is coming here. There's a lot of change in this energy, and you've manifested it. So it's become so difficult for you and so hard to manage. It's like you have asked the universe to change things for you, and that's what's happening with the Justice card. There's a beautiful energy of change coming, of something different moving towards you. I feel like for some of you, it's definitely somebody from your past here coming back in to offer an explanation or an apology. This person wants to put the work in here, but I feel like you too now want to put the work in. And I feel like as much as you saw the other person walking away, maybe there were some things that you needed to review. Maybe you were an overgiver in this situation, and you're realizing that you have to accept love now. This growth here that you've done, and I've only just seen the butterfly. So you've transformed here. So it's like you've transformed into a much better version of yourself. But what you'll do this time is maybe you'll accept love, and maybe that was what you needed to do before. Maybe you didn't love yourself enough. But whatever it is this time, you're doing things differently. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands. Yep, look at that, Nine of Wands energy with the Hermit. This is healing. You've done a lot of healing, and the Two of Cups is here. So whoever this person is here If this is a relationship for you, it could also be someone new with this Two of Cups. This could be somebody that is going to lead to a long-term commitment for you with that King of Pentacles. But I feel like here something is definitely being offered to you here. So maybe someone is seeing your true beauty now. Maybe somebody is wanting something further. You may have someone who's wanting to move the relationship into the next stage. Because what I feel in these cards here, especially with the Nine of Wands and the Hermit, the Justice card, is this change in you. So it's like you have changed something within to realize now that this is what you want. Two of Cups tells me you have a very beautiful relationship coming in. All right, so we have the, Five of Swords. No, it is the 7. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was the 7. It is the 7. All right, so we have some sort of energy of something being closed off here. Maybe you've been the one pushing people away in the past. Maybe it's somebody you were dealing with who's now changed. Maybe this energy of the Angel of the Night is the change within you or your person. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. There's definitely a brand new start coming through, something that's going to lead to a great deal of happiness. Cancer energy here. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with a Libra as well here. So we do have Libra energy too. And Virgo energy. You've appeared in your own reading, Virgo. All right, so ultimately what we have here is a complete change. Someone's done a flip around. If that's you or your person, somebody there has completed this cycle here with the Ten of Swords, completed some sort of self-sabotage cycle. And they're now ready to start anew with you. So your energy's changed as well. So perhaps both of you have changed through this experience. If this is someone new for you, I feel that you are really well suited to each other. I feel like you've both done a lot of work on yourselves in the meantime. There's a great deal of healing here. But now perhaps you're realizing that you need to choose people rather than just fall in love. Sometimes we can be so stuck in the idea of falling in love that we don't really see that perhaps the person's not right for us. But we get entrapped by the energy of that limerence. But here you are actually choosing to be with this person because they're coming up as a husband. Now the 3 cards that jumped out at me here, I know for some of you here this is about love. You could have also been dealing with a married person here, I might say, because we have the 3 of Cups. Now although that for me sort of talks about celebration, look how Alice in Wonderland that is. It talks about celebration. There's an offer of a brand new start here with the Knight of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. So whatever this is, it's definitely long term, especially here with that King of Pentacles. All right. So beautiful energy coming in because you've completed something here. So you've completed some sort of cycle. Oh, I forgot that. Completed some sort of cycle here, and that's going to go in your favor. Something is either being returned to you, brought into you, and giving you a brand new start at something that's going to make you feel so good about yourself because you can see that the changes you've made have impacted what you have to offer now. All right, I think they wanted that card, right? Oh, we have 2 cards. Okay, let me just have a look and see why we have 2 cards here. So we have the Pleiades, right, okay. So I can almost tell you before I start here that you may be a starseed and your mission on this earth may be to have recognized who you are and moving into a new time. So using that energy now to take the universe forward. So a quick look at that, 118. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. You have a soul who has a double mission to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. Okay, so you're realizing who you are now. Your presence and unique light is, so for those of you oh for goodness sakes, for those of you who relate to this card, that is why that's there. And again, with divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So I'm feeling here with the Council of Light that just supports the same sort of energy here. So let's just have a look at that one. So you have a greater mission and you needed to wake up to who you were in order to carry this out. So yeah, to raise the consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission. So you may feel here that you have something bigger coming towards you now you've done this work. This talks about being a light worker and angels and guides devoted to the rising of the earth. So this is about your personal mission. So something in this energy through changing yourself, bringing in this energy of this new job, partnership, or whatever else it is for you, is part of your divine mission. And this says to me, somehow or another, you have realized who you are. You've recognized your truth. This is coming through a lot in the readings lately too, about you recognizing who you were meant to be. Letting go of that ego, that negative ego that's held you back. All right, Virgo, I'll leave you with that. Thank you.